All right. All right, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? All right, let's see what we got here. Well, for one, we got some good internet, so definitely happy about that. That's a start. Let me get my chat up real quick. See who's on here. See who's in the building. Don, what's good, man? All right. Yes, sir. Very good. Very good. Otis, what it do? Trying to make this hard life soft. All right, let me get this link so I can push this out here a little bit. All right, let's see. Man, it's hot today, man. It's hot. It's hot, but it's not humid. So it's like you can deal with it as long as you find yourself some shade. You know, get a little bit of breeze, something like that. Or just do like me and just go in the AC. Just sit down in the AC, you'll be all right. All right, I need the timer. I gotta set that. Wait. Shout out to Dion. I don't know if Dion is on here or if he will get on here today. But he just cracked 1K. He started with 100. He doing like what I'm doing with the Blueprint Project, and took 100 to 1,000. I got to find out how long it took him. I don't think it was that long. Don't think it was that long at all. So definitely shout out, congratulations, and all of that good stuff to my man Dion. You know, just another testament of what training does, man. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Walker was good. Yeah, I know everybody ready to shoot. Everybody's ready. What's up, Stacy? Yeah, I'm on the charts now looking at what's going on. It's looking pretty good, actually. It's looking pretty good. I think we may get something today. Yeah, that's why I came on a little earlier, just to give myself more time on the chart so I can see more, so I can assess more, you know? Oh, man. Never really understood why people smoke in the summer. Like I don't know. It's maybe it just seemed like you'd be hotter if you smoking a cigarette in the summer, cause it's hot. You holding something hot in your fingers. But I've come to realize that they not smoking it to warm up. They're smoking it for the nicotine content, among the other chemicals that are placed into the cigarettes that basically make you addicted to them shits. Pretty much. Yep. Guy right over there just smoking a cigarette in the sun. Standing in the hot sun, smoking. You know, but it is what it is. Dion, what's good? What's cracking? All right, so I do have, I got to set my timer. That's what I didn't do yet. All right. I need to do that. I do need to do that. Said he need a Team Alliance hat in the Falcons color. Who's the Falcons? Atlanta? Atlanta, right? What's their colors? Black. I think it's what it is. Black and red. Yep, that could be arranged. Yeah, what I like about these hats is that the hats come in all colors, and also you can get the logo in whatever color you want. Like I use the standard color for the logo, but you can switch it up and do it how you want to do it. Like you can customize the colors, you know, and make the hat look how you want it to look. You know what I mean? Yeah, so black and red. So let me see. So you mean like the hat would be, the cat would be black, and then you would have red like for where the logo is? You mean like that? Or you mean like what? Well, you tell me what you mean, and I'll tell you if it's possible. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it is. But let me see what you got on your mind. I'm about to set this timer. As soon as this time winds down, damn, market is kind of out of position right now. Kind of out of position. Okay, could be moving into position. No, we got, yeah. See, right now I got too much acceleration in it. You need to relax. Don't start doing that. When I was on early, I saw a 1 second slap. I was like, ouch. Like somebody got caught in that at the last second. Like literally the last second. Got banged out. But you know, that's how the market does, man. And that's why when you don't take your time and really just wait for it, you know, it'll tear you up, man. Like it really will tear you up. Let me see. Winston said, my custom cap is awesome and I wear my wristband almost daily, driving my wife nuts with my Team Alliance dedication. Yes, you gotta, it's mandatory that you get yelled at by your wife. If you're getting yelled at by your wife, you're doing it right. My wife just got finished yelling at me before I dropped her off. She was like, you gonna be on the charts for hours? I said, yes. Sure am. But see, I easily flip it on her. I'll be like, as soon as she asks me something like that, I'll be like, do you plan to be in the mall for hours? She'd be like, point taken. Yep. I'd be like, I got mind control over Debo. Okay, black and red letters. So red for the Team Alliance part, for this part. And on the logo, if you look close, the where you see Team Alliance at, underneath it says Team Alliance 2. It's inverse. Like it's inverse. Look. Let me see if you can see that. Wait, where's the camera? Oh, right there. Look, you see how it's two colors? You see the bottom? You see that? So the logo is on the top and on the bottom. The letters are just flipped upside down on the bottom. So you can get two colors. So like if you had the top red, you can have underneath another color, which I would suggest that you do, or like have it a different shade of red, and then have, let me see. He said black and red letters. So the cap is already going to be black. Maybe you could have the background where the black is on here, like dark blue, and then have the letter in red, and then have underneath like a different shade of red, and then do it like that. I think that would look tight. Yeah, that would come out nice. I just got some more done yesterday. Some summer colors. They came out nice too. I got a yellow, a green. No, I got a yellow, a teal, and I think like in a lime green. Joints came out tight. Oh, JT, what's good? He said, those happen often, them 1 second slaps. Yep. Yes, they do. He said, yeah, they're always avoidable. Hey, you gotta stay your ass out the market until you don't see that. Yep, that's how you avoid that. Peleus was good. He said, I need the New England colors on the hat because we're winners over here. For the Patriots, right? Oh, snap. That's funny. Yeah, people can't stand the Patriots. I guess people have the same disdain for the Yankees. If you're not a Yankees fan, you don't like them dudes. Yep, I get it. I forgot. I done lost count of how many championships the Yankees got. It's a lot. It's quite a few. Quite a few. This current binary is telling us some good information, and we're gonna see what it does. We're gonna look at the timing of this behavior when it goes into the end of this binary right here. Dion said, I'm hating. Don said Tom Brady came a long way. He was the third string quarterback on Michigan. Yep. That goes to show you, man. You never know. You never know. It be the ones that you least expect it to be sometimes that pop. And then when they, like later on after they become a success, and then you hear like what they did and the struggles that they went through and stuff like that, it becomes inspiring because You like, damn, they put in a lot of hard work to to kind of get to where they got to. You know what I mean? Yeah, that 230 looked pretty good. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yep, it looked better than that 220. That 220 had some jerk in it. Then the 225 looked better, and then that one just now looked good as far as the way that it definitely had some stability present. So we'll see how it goes. You already know what it is. Starger, what's happening, man? What's going on? So this dude, he smokes cigarettes and ride a motorcycle. He probably snowboards. He probably bungee jumps and jumps out of planes. He just does a bunch of wild things. Let me see. Don said Kobe Bryant at 12 years old scores no points the whole summer. Within 2 years, he became the best in the state because he said he drilled the basics, hard work, and dedication. Paley is talking about LeBron James is still better. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I think LeBron is awesome, but I put Kobe in the same, and I don't do this with everybody. Like you got to be a special type of player to even be considered, in my opinion, in the same category with Jordan. Kobe is in the category with Jordan. I can't put LeBron in the same category as Jordan because he's a different type of player. If I had to compare somebody that's like, older or from the old school to LeBron, it might be like maybe more like a Dr. J. He's not in the Jordan category. Kobe's in the Jordan category. Kobe's definitely in the Jordan category. I know that will prompt discussion. Everybody's like, what? Yeah, but these are all opinions, of course. Yeah, more like Magic. And Magic is iller than Kobe to me because Magic was more like, I don't know, like Magic just had more, I don't know. He to me he had more the it factor. He had more the it factor than LeBron. Like LeBron, like, and this is why I don't really like to make comparisons, but I have to always think back to other players to try to compare somebody from now to, and it's hard. Like with LeBron, he's a dynamic and like an explosive player. He's definitely a leader on the court, and he definitely dominates, right? And overall, he's very consistent. Now, when I think of like Kobe, Jordan, the reason that I'm putting Kobe in the same category with Jordan is because the way Jordan used to play is how Kobe did. It's like when you get them upset, like when Kobe don't want to lose, he's not gonna lose. That's how Jordan is. If you piss Jordan off, they're not losing. Like they're gonna win that game. And what they try to do is they try to dominate the game throughout the game so they don't have to get pissed off. If they start losing, they get pissed off, and then that's when they make those runs. That's what the Bulls used to always do with Jordan. If they got behind, and as soon as Jordan gets back in the game, it's all over. They're gonna win the game, even if it means he got to score all the points. And that's what I mean about like when they get upset. Like certain players, when they get mad, it's like they turn into the Incredible Hulk and they just become superhuman. And just be doing all type of stuff, and you like, what just happened? We were up by 20. What the hell just happened? And then you end up losing by 15. You know, like they are those type of players. Yeah, Don said Kobe one of the GOATs. Yep. Wow. Look at what Slav said. He said, top category is Jordan and Kobe, and then it's everyone else underneath. Oh, snap. Wow. Shawnee said Kobe averaged 30 points a game with Shaq on his team. Kobe, yeah. Yes, now we talking. Now we talking. That Kobe Shaq, that team up, they was a problem. Like you just didn't even want to play them because you know that you was gonna lose the game. You knew you was gonna lose. And the only time that you'll see them even have a chance of slipping, they gotta get hurt. If they get hurt, then they'll game will be off. But I don't know if y'all remember this. There was a game where Jordan got hurt. I think he hurt his ankle. And this dude stayed in the game and still scored like 50. And they won that game. Like that, like stuff like that is just totally ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a certain type of player. Like you got to have a certain love for the game to do that. Average player is not thinking like that. They like, yo, I'm hurt. Listen, you're going to have to hold it down till I get better because my ankle hurt. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Don said killer mindset. Exactly. What's up, Jay Carly? What's up, Andrew? What's up, Otis? Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what it is. Look at what Don said. He said the crazy thing that they can't even explain it, but the way that they train makes it manifest in times of trouble. Exactly. So the monster don't come out unless it has to. Yep, it don't come out unless it got to. Paley said LeBron never had a Shaq or really any good teammates. That's all I got to say. Oh, snap. Nah, when LeBron was on the Heat, he had like 3 players with him. Right? LeBron had who was on the team that year? And was it for a year or 2 years? When it was him, Dwayne Wade, I knew you was gonna say that. He said you can't count Chris Bosh. Yeah, he said you can't count him. That's terrible. Oh, snap. So they was rocking for 3 years. Okay. Did they win a championship together? Yeah, they won. Yeah, the first year they was together, they won, right? Damn, I'm trying to remember if they even won that year. The Heat won 3. Right, nah, yeah, I'm like, nah, they didn't win 3. Okay, they won 2. And they won 2 back to back? Or was it they won 1, then they missed the next year, and then they came back and won again? I forgot what it was. 2, right? Right, not back to back. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm trying to refresh my memory. All right, yeah. Oh, what's up with this time? I thought this time was set. That's so funny. He said it quick. He said, you can't count Chris Bosh. You can't count him. Oh, man. Otis said, even if Shaq missed all of his free throws. That's funny. Andrew says, Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. One of the favorite duels from the 90s. Definitely. Yep, definitely. Yep. I'll always remember that year when that was such a good, that whole season was ill to me because of everything that like just went and happened during the season. I'm talking about the year when the Knicks went to the finals and they played the Rockets. Oh, that was good. They got so close that year. I thought they was gonna do it. They almost did. But damn, Olajuwon blocked that shot. That last shot when Starks threw up that 3. His long ass fingers tapped the ball. He missed the shot. That was it right there. That was their shot right there. They got so close. Yo, that was my squad. That's when I used to go to the games. Oh, yo, the Garden used to be erupting. I used to love when anytime Oakley got in, it was gonna be some physical activity. Because Oakley, first of all, Oakley used to dominate the boards. Like he's getting the rebound, period. And he was heavy and he was solid. Like you know, he'll definitely knock your ass out the way on the low, push your ass to the side. Like, get out of here. Give me the ball. Yeah, that was my dude. Matter of fact, later on, he had opened up some car washes. I think he had one in Brooklyn and he had one in out in Queens somewhere. Might still have Oakley, actually. He might still have them car washes. Yeah, Anthony Mason was ill too. Anthony Mason passed away, man. Yeah, Anthony Mason died recently, like a few years ago. That was crazy. Yeah, definitely been to the Ruckus. Dion said he got a triple double at the Rucker. Got a triple double at the Rucker. That sounds like a rap line. Is that a rap line? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Cause I'm listening. I'm like, hold on, that sounds familiar. Yeah, definitely. That's when it was very exciting to watch basketball. Like it's a little different now, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's a little different now. Like it's cool now, but it ain't like it was. You know what I'm saying? That was a strong time because it was it was like it was so much competition. Like you would think that like at that time when Jordan was playing, the way that he does, he had to play like that because he had a lot of competition from other teams. They wasn't just dominating. Like they wouldn't just bully you and beat you. They had to fight to win. They had to fight to win them games. It was a lot of competition. Definitely. Definitely. What's up, Max? Um Nabbit said what happened to Sean Kemp. I think Sean Kemp either does like commentary now, right? He a coach? No. I don't think he's a coach. I think he does like something on like ESPN or something. I think. Yeah, that definitely was a hard lineup. Yep. He said Golden State lineup in the 90s. Freewell, Weber, Mullen, Hardaway. Yep. Yes, that's what it was. See that? Yes, that's exactly what they used to do. They knew that they had to build their teams to attack Jordan. Yep. Yep. That is a fact. You ain't lying about that one. Slav said college basketball even more intense and raw than the major league these days. The few college games that I saw was pretty good actually. I like to wait until the Final Four and then just watch. I usually do that. I don't be watching the whole season, but the Final Four games be ill. Paley said a lot of weak fouls now in the NBA. It was tougher back then. Right. Right. Now all this crying. Back then you get punched in the face and they wouldn't call a foul. You catch an elbow to your throat and they won't call a foul. Oh, Chris Mullin is from New York. I wonder where he's from. I wonder if he's from New York City or he's like from upstate or something. That's interesting. Don says Sean Kemp been low key. All that child support he paying out. Right. He's like, nah, let me not show these people how much money I'm actually making. Let me relax. All of it. Or I'd imagine they all up in his pockets. Damn. Nabbit said most players stay with the same team for years. Right. You're right. That's when your team was your team. Like that's where you would retire your jersey from and all of that. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, he got 6 kids with 7. He said 6 kids from 7 ladies. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, how's that possible? Damn. He got an invisible one too. Oh snap. He got 6 kids and then an invisible one too. All right, there's my timer. Finally, goodness, I've been trying to set this thing for 20 minutes. It's getting cold in here. That's one thing about this air conditioner, man. This air conditioner it's not a game. It be feeling like a freeze in here. Napa said, anybody remember N1 mixtapes back in the day? Best basketball move. I remember those. I remember those. Yep. I know that I remember when like the Rutgers was real ill. Like this is back when like Fat Joe's team had there was a year where his team played Jay-Z's team. But that was the same year the blackout. We had a blackout in New York City. It was the same year. And they were supposed to play the day of the game, the blackout came. So they had to forfeit. But the Rucker games were ill. Rucker games was definitely ill. They had N1 shoes. Damn. Yeah, street ball, definitely. I don't even know what it is now. I know what you're talking about though, Andrew. They do have a league. Don said Ray for Austin. Skip to my Lou. Oh, snap. Escalade. Market started speeding up a little bit, man. Come on, market. What you doing? Ooh. Oh, man. I hate when that yawn comes. That's that power nap yawn right there, man. Damn. Oh, really? That's true? Troy Jackson? Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Mark Jackson was ill. Mark Jackson was, I think that he was a when he was a rookie, I think that he was like the first pick. He was the first draft pick. Wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. Dad, come on, man. It got these spurts in it. I'll be glad when it stops doing that. Oh, he had a nice handle. Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. I'm definitely gonna look him up. It's like I vaguely remember. I remember who you're talking about. Dude was tall. Let me pull him up real quick on every damn thing is on YouTube. I remember him. I remember him now. Yep. I remember him. Yes. Crazy. Mm. Mm-hmm. He had an ill passing game too. I used to like to see how he passed the ball. Yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. Oh man. I think I need to turn this off for a minute. Let me see something. See what kind of breeze is coming. Not bad. I'll rock with the window for now. Alright. And so he remember the first time he heard about and one way before the street ball. They did a deal with Stephon Marbury for sneakers way back. I remember that too. Yep. And I remember Marbury he had made his sneakers cheap. Like his sneakers were like affordable. He made sure that the deal that he had made, the sneakers affordable. Definitely. I remember that. Right. Yeah, nah. He said not Shaq Walmart cheap though. Come on, market. What is you doing? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's funny. You ever seen anybody even wearing them shoes? The Lonzo shoes? I've never seen anybody wearing them. And that's interesting because there's some shoes that are expensive like that, but people wear them. Like you see them all the time. Don says Shaq made his sneakers cheap because a mother came up to him after the game and requested affordable shoes. He cut his contract with Reebok. Wow. Yeah, Shaq is smart though. He's a good businessman. And I think that he did very smart things with his money. You know, when he made a lot of money from the NBA, he invested in a lot of things that made sense later. So he's reaping the rewards of that now. Like his wife, his ex-wife, Shani, she's very smart too. Very good in business. And they both kind of know what they're doing, like when it comes to stuff. Yeah, yep. Andrew says standing in line for Jordans in the 90s at Foot Locker. It sucked. Only did that for the 11s and that was a wrap. I ain't never did that ever. And I used to remember that. My father used to be so mad at people doing that. He used to be like, yo. Like he was pissed off at Jordan, the fact that Jordan sneakers cost so much. Because he used to be like, nah, man. He's like, you already got all that money. Like, why you charging all that money for your sneakers? You know, but my pops is old school. He just never could understand that. But I mean, that, you know, when it's all said and done, it's really supply and demand. That's what it is. The reason that stuff costs so much is because they make the customer pay for everything. Dion is like, what you talking about? You got a pair of Jordans, Mark. I did. What's funny is that you talking about when I was on Twitter that day? You must have been on Twitter when I was at the mall. I was at the mall and I got suckered into buying some Jordans. But what's funny is that was my when I bought, that was the first pair of Jordans I ever bought. Was this year. Yep, first pair that I ever bought. I never bought Jordans. Never bought Jordans. I always liked Uptowns. Like I still buy Uptowns now. As a matter of fact, I love Uptowns. So you talking about the number 11s? The 11th release pair of Jordans? Let me see. Oh, before I do that, let me look at this market real quick. See what's going on. Market's still spurtish. Look like it's calming down a little bit though, but it's still spurty. See what it's doing? See our reversal? Jerky, jerky, jerky. Jerky, 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 jerky. All right, wait. Hold on, let me look at the other one. Yeah, okay. All right, so he's good. Yeah, I'm with you on that point, Don, about for him just as a man. When I forgot what it was that I saw. Something I saw where like something that Jordan said that was crazy to somebody. I was like, whoa. I was like, Jordan is a dick. Like he's like I was like, he's not nice at all. Like he's not a nice guy. And I was just like, damn. I didn't like it. Yep, didn't like it. Stacy said, and he does not tip. You know that for a fact, Stacy? Don said he's a real jerk. Oh man, Dion said he used to stand in line for some Jordans. When he was a sucker. Yep. Don said pair of Jordans cost $10 to make. I'm sure. Andrew said he remember the white with the patent leather. The older dudes wearing them to prom. That's funny. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. People used to wear Jordans with a suit. Yep. Don said he witnessed things firsthand about Jordan. He said that's what Charles Barkley said. I think Barkley is a dick too. I think he might be less. He might be less, a little less than Jordan is, but I think he's like that too. That's why they hang out together. Andrew said he was upset. I saw Jordan one time, but it was the first retirement when he played baseball, of all things. Seeing Jordan play baseball, whoever heard of such a thing? Ridiculous. Joshua said Jordan is all about winning. He probably fits in the elitist category. He definitely about winning. He definitely is. And I think like everybody says the same thing about him as far as his arrogance. They say he's arrogant as hell and he's mean. And if you come at him, he coming at you like ridiculously harder. Thin line, man. Deion said the way Jordan used to play basketball, we got to go figure that he's a dick. Right. Nobody plays basketball like that and is a nice guy in real life, right? Because he on a whole nother level. Like he's in his own zone that he created, like a bubble. That's a quote right there from The Wire. Who said that? What's his name? Omar. You come at the king, you best not miss. That's a fact. Don said Kobe was a great tripper. Great tipper, excuse me. Slav said you could be a dick on the court, but as long as you ain't in real life. Yeah, I think he is one in real life though. It's like unanimous. Even his friends, even like people that like are friends with him, say that about him. He's a real prick. Yeah, I would have loved to have met Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali, I think that he was more of a showman than anything. He know how to put on a show. Lord have mercy. He entertains the hell out of you, and he knows how to like promote. So like if he having a fight, he gonna promote that fight, because he gonna talk all type of stuff that's gonna make you want to tune into the fight. But what was so ill about him is that he used to back it up. He would talk his shit, but he'll back it up in that ring too, though. He would back it up, boy. Bust you all up in your face. For real. Yeah, Ali he really was the greatest though, for real. Greatest overall guy, man. And I appreciate how he stood up. You know, like when they was trying to force him to go to the army, he said no. He's like, I'm not going into, y'all are sending people to a poor country to kill poor people. He's like, we poor over here. That don't sound right to me. Yep. You say Muhammad Ali, I say Cassius Clay. Oh man. Wow, Don said he met Ali. That's hard right there. Let's see what the market doing. Come on, market, what you doing here? Let's see. It's trying to calm down. Trying to calm down. It's not in transition yet, but it's trying to calm down a little bit. I like when I'm able to see the beginning of the transition take place, but it's not quite there yet. But it is calming down. It is calming down. All right, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Joshua said, elitist, you think you hide other people. Not surprising, though, because people basically been worshiping him like he was a god or something. Very true. Very true. And I think that character trait is something that he already had, and it was amplified by the fact that people put him on a pedestal. You know, so it's like it just made it worse. Between that and the fact that he have all that money, you know, money and fame and power, it amplifies who you are already. So he was already a dick. You know? But that's very true. I believe that. I believe that when people um get more power, they get more money, and they get more influence and things of that nature, you begin to see their true character come out more because now it's amplified. Like whatever your character is, there's less restriction on it now because you have more money, more power, more influence, more connections. Things can happen easier. That's when you really begin to see the true character of a person. Yep. When everybody broke, it don't matter because everybody's broke. So you can't really tell. But then when folks start to get some money and some freedom and some power, that's when you see, like, oh, you're a jerk. I always knew you were a jerk. Yep. Andrew said, I lead not too far in Louisville. Nice. Don said, Ali was real in front of the camera as he was off the camera. I agree. Yep, I agree. Andrew said, love that dude. Dion had a Jordan baseball card and I was trying to sell it. It was only worth $2. That's about right. That's about right. He ain't make no mark in baseball, that's for sure. Yeah, I believe that too. Ali, he definitely genuinely just loved folks. Yep. And so he liked watching the old fights. Marciano. Did Rocky Marciano never fought Ali? No, he never fought Ali. I think Marciano was before Ali, right? I know Marciano was a brawler, man. He used to fight, like he used to street fight with gloves on. For real. That's a hard question. Paley said, who's the best boxer of all time? I don't know, man. That's a hard one. There's a lot of good fighters. A lot of good fighters. Yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson definitely high up on the list. But then, like with boxing, you got different because of the different weight classes. I think that you would have to categorize the weight classes and then, like say, all right, well, who's the best boxer in this class, that class? You know what I mean? I think that it would be more fair to categorize it. Yeah, like Mayweather represents the fighter that just is gonna beat you. Like he represents the he gonna win, and it's like you're not gonna like how he wins. You know what I'm saying? Like if you came to see a show and all of that, you might not get that. He uses the fundamentals to beat people. He outperforms you in the ring. That's it. Like he gonna last longer than you. His breathing is gonna be more efficient. He's faster. He's gonna avoid you hitting him. He's gonna counter punch better than you, faster than you. Like anything you trying to do, he's gonna do it better than you, and that's why he's gonna beat you. He does just the fundamentals better than you. Like that's his strategy, is to outwork you. He's like, I know you ain't trained like this, so I'm gonna beat your ass when you get in this ring. I ain't gonna try to knock you out. I don't gotta do that. Pop, miss, pop. He'll dodge. He doing dodge. He's dodging. You swinging out. You trying to knock his head off and you can't hit him. I know that he frustrates the hell out of boxers. He just be, it's frustrating. You trying to hit him. You know, in your mind, you believe you can hit him, but then you don't hit him. I know that gotta be frustrating. Has to be. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't want to say Mike Tyson yet because I wanted to see who was gonna say it first. But what I can say about Mike Tyson, I don't believe that there has ever been another fighter like him. Like, still, I think the closest that you might be seeing to him as far as power is Wilder. Like, Wilder hit hard as hell. He hits hard. But you can touch Wilder. If you train similar to how he does, you could touch him. You couldn't touch Mike until Mike fell off. When Mike had that trainer, I forgot what his name was, the old dude, the first trainer that he had. When he had him, the way that he used to train for a fight was ridiculous. It's like he would train and it would just be nonstop up until the fight. Now, if you notice when Mike lost, the fight he lost was to Buster Douglas, right? And he didn't train properly for that fight. He even said it. Like, he said it. He talked about that. That was the fight he lost. And then after that, it was just downhill from there. Because once Buster beat him, everybody felt like they could beat him now. They're like, oh, he touched Mike? We could touch Mike. And that was it. Like, that was the kind of the demise of Iron Mike. He didn't, and I don't think that he had the same drive and the same desire to do it no more either. So you just saw him fall off. But when he was Iron Mike, you couldn't pay me enough money to get hit by him. I would never, crazy. I wouldn't let him hit me. You might as well get hit by a truck. Oh, somebody said, who's that? Don said Roberto Duran. Oh. Wow. Paley said, you take Mike past 3 rounds, he's done. That's why he makes sure you're not going past 3. Yeah, the model, that's what I'm talking about. The model had him Iron Mike. Like, he wasn't Mike Tyson. He was Iron Mike, period. Like, you're not beating him. Peleus, you're bugging. He said he'll go Mayweather against Tyson. No. If you took, you telling me Floyd Mayweather against Iron Mike? No. I wouldn't even do that to Floyd. I wouldn't do that to Floyd. Because eventually he's gonna hit Floyd. Floyd will be running. It'll just be Floyd running around the ring. And Mike is gonna get, he gonna get frustrated with that. He gonna catch him. He gonna hit him with a haymaker in the ribs. He catch him in the stomach, and all he gotta do is catch a piece. Like, if he just catch a piece of his side, it's over. He's done. Shoot. Mayweather would never fight Mike Tyson. You crazy. Oh man, it would be a sprint in the ring. It'd be like, is this boxing or is this the 50-yard dash? He'd just be running the whole time, man. Oh man. Joshua said the fight where his back was broken. Whose back? Somebody had a fight with a broken back. Um, he said Floyd get hit once. He gets hit once, and hell disintegrate like after Thanos snapped his fingers. Oh snap! Dabbit said, "I don't think Floyd can hurt Tyson if you hit him 100 times. Nah, he can't do nothing with Tyson." And that's why I said you got to you got to identify the categories for when you say who's the best boxer, because it's not even fair. It's two different weight and power classes. Like Mayweather, not even that type of fighter. Oh, that's what Mike said after one of his losses. Oh, it was his back. Yeah, but Mike was all downhill after Buster Douglas, man. He was all downhill after that. It was over. Then he became Crazy Mike. Like you didn't, like now he got an opportunity to become the unarticulate Mike Tyson. I want to eat his children. Like when he said that, I knew he was done. Like this dude just say he want to eat his kids. Who says that? Like I know that you trying to hype up the fight, but why would you say that? Market looking better, definitely is. Environment is looking better. Behavior and transition. They're both transitioning right now. The environment and the behavior. Oh, excuse me. I can't do this with this heat. Like it's 87 degrees and it's not that humid, but it's still 87 degrees. Like, come on. 87 is still 87. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about, what was her name? The actress, Robin Gibbons. Yeah, she did him dirty, man. She did him dirty. And the other chick that had claimed that he had raped her, I didn't believe that. I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I don't believe that he did that. I don't believe that. I think that was definitely consensual, and who the hell knows what you don't know what went on behind closed doors, but it definitely wasn't, in my opinion, I don't think that he raped that lady. And it wasn't even like there was proof that, like there was really no evidence of that. But high profile, you got a lot of money, it's like open season on you. Yeah, that's another thing that's like, it's very unfair, I think, for people when they become celebrities. It's like the burden of proof is on you to prove that you didn't do some shit. Which is, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, WWE. Oh gosh. WWE is like acting. It is a physical, like they do real moves and stuff and all that, but it's written. Like who's gonna win and all of that is predetermined. They write scripts, to entertain you and to create storylines, and it's crazy. That's funny because I did too. You couldn't tell me that it wasn't real when I was little. You couldn't tell me that wrestling wasn't real. When I was a kid, please. I was like, wrestling is real, yo. Hulk Hogan is real. I was definitely a Hulkamaniac. He the reason that I used to take vitamins. Remember, he used to tell you, he used to be like, I'm taking my vitamins, saying my prayers. Hulk Hogan was ill, man. Remember when Hulk Hogan lifted up Andre the Giant? Lifted him up and body slammed him. Mm-hmm. That kind of Mayweather was. How much he get paid for that fight? I think they said he made in total like 100 plus million net. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, I think it grossed like 300 something million altogether. I think Mayweather ended up with 100 plus, and kind of got like 40 or 50 million or something crazy, right? It's something crazy. Now he got his own whiskey. Who got the whiskey, Connor? Yeah. Even after taxes, though, that's a lot of money, man. For a fight that it's just like, just ridiculous. Like that fight was ridiculous. If you actually saw it, you was like, yo, why? Why did I get the pay-per-view for this? I could have waited. Mm-hmm. Environment definitely there now. Behavior still transitioning. It looks a lot better than it did. I'll say that for sure. So we'll see if something actually sets up. See what goes on. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people did. A bunch of people made money off of Floyd, definitely. That's a guaranteed like payday. Anything that you're doing with him. Anything. Yep. He said that's MRMH right there. Exactly. Exactly. Yep, that's MRMH and clusters. That's clusters all day. Yep. Jabronis and candy asses. Talk about, do you smell what I'm cooking? Rock is he turned his career into something ill too, because he went straight from that like to acting, and it was like seamless. Like he just like he, because he was already acting. That's the funny part about it. Like, you in WWE, you already an actor. You just an actor that's in shape and who knows how to wrestle and do the moves, so you don't get hurt. But they definitely some good actors. Well, not all of them. Some of them are terrible actors, but Rock was pretty good. His capability in acting is what made him the Rock in WWE. That's how he became the Rock, because he was good at that. Just creating little stuff, the people's eyebrow. For real. Yep. Has come back. Always the star. Always. Always. Yeah, people came to them live events to see him. Definitely. He made you want to go. Even if you didn't like wrestling, he made you want to come there. Yeah, I had like John Cena too. I had like John Cena. I'm trying to think of who was probably one of my favorite, like, more recent wrestlers. I think I had liked I like Booker T. I like Booker T because you know what's funny about Booker T? You know who he reminded me of? Remember Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? He reminds me of him. And I used to love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Like, that was my dude. And I'm like, it's something about Booker T that reminds me of Ricky the Dragon. It's crazy. Yes, Harlem Heat. Right. Him and his brother, right? Yep. Yo, I was hyped when he won the championship that time. I was like, yes, he got him. Yeah, I like Booker T. Definitely like Goldberg. Goldberg was my dude. I think I might have cried when they cheated and they took his belt from him. But I think at that time he was still in WCW, because he was there first. He wasn't in WWE first. He came later. He was in WCW first. And remember Big Sexy and Kevin Nash? No, Big Sexy was Kevin Nash. It was Kevin Nash and what was the other guy that used to be his partner in NWO? Was it Scott Steiner? I don't know if it was Scott Steiner or it was another dude that had dark hair, kind of tall too. But anyway, they were in NWO, and Scott Hall. That's who it was, Scott Hall. Yeah, but remember they cheated? They had the cattle probe, and he took the cattle probe when he zapped Goldberg. And then but Kevin Nash didn't know, because it was a championship title fight with him and Kevin Nash. He was about to spear Kevin Nash. So Scott Hall comes and zaps him with the cattle probe, and he starts shaking and passes out and hits the mat, and then Kevin Nash pinned him, and that's how he beat him. That was his first loss. Yeah, the Wolfpack. Yes. Is that, yeah, Razor Ramon. Yeah. The yellow old heads. Razor Ramon. That's it. Right, because that Razor Ramon is Scott Hall, right? Yes. Remember Big Papa Pump? Yo, Big Papa Pump. Um, the Good Old Boys. Yeah, that I used to love all of that. For real, I used to like that. That is funny. Wow. Come on, Market. What's up, man? Market go from doing all kind of craziness to not really doing nothing. Right, Big Papa Pump is Scott Steiner. Exactly. Exactly. But Scott Hall is Razor Ramon, all right? His name is Scott too, right? Because I'm wondering why am I keep calling him Scott? I think he was Scott Hall. And him and Kevin Nash was the Wolfpack. And when they were doing NWO, it was a bunch of them together. It was them two, Scott Steiner, um, the Big Show. But in WCW, he wasn't the Big Show. And in WCW, he was the Giant, right? His name was the Giant when he was there. And as a matter of fact, Goldberg fought him. And Goldberg lifted him up. He lifted him up and did the what was the name of that move? The jackhammer. He jackhammered Big Show. And I think when Big Show was the Giant in WCW, he was even bigger. He was like he lost weight when he went to WWE. WCW, he was bigger than that. Goldberg lifted that dude up and did the jackhammer on him. It was crazy. Crazy. Like that's not possible. Not possible. All right, let's see. This 2465. Let's see if something sets up around here. Let's see. Behavior still not there, but there is more activity, like more movement, which is good. Behavior still not there though. Environment is there though. Environment is nice. Behavior is off. All right, we might see something come. Might see something come. Yeah, there's more movement now. That's good. That's a good sign too. All right, so that's good. Osman, what's happening? Mark, do you exclusively use NADEX charts for your trading? Yes, sir. Yep. And in actuality, because we actually look at the market itself, we don't even need the chart, to be honest. Yep. Yeah, I think Goldberg's record was like 150 and something until he took that loss. But I didn't even count that because I'm like, you cheated. But then after that, they were doing stuff like where they were jumping him, and you could see how it was shifting back to NWO. It's like they let him have that long run, and it all kind of climaxed when he got the championship. And then once he had the championship, he just defended the championship for a little while, and then they shifted it back to NWO again, and that's why they let Kevin Nash beat him so that they can get the belt back. Yep, I used to like Sting too. Yep. Yeah, they definitely were. They definitely were. All right, so this 2465. See what this one does. This one right here is in position, but we'll see if it actually does something. But it is in position. Let's see what it does. Movement. I knew it was going to do that. Hate when it does that. When them spurts come towards the end. I can't stand that. Like, why you ain't just do that gradually going down? Why? You gotta do some silly spurt at the end. Get out of here. Yeah, but it is what it is. But we getting there. We getting there. So far, it look like we got environment. Behavior is getting there. Stability could be coming in solid also. But you can see that it's still in transition. It's still transitioning into the behavior that we're looking for. Still transitioning. Osmond said, how successful you think Goldberg would have been as an MMA fighter? I think it would have been easier for somebody to figure out how to beat him in that type of environment. But I know that I saw him train before. Like, I saw Goldberg train in the gym. He goes hard. And he got a lot of power. But he probably would train, like he probably would want somebody to train him to do submission moves, to use his power to do submission moves and make people tap out quick. Man, that reminds me of, there was an MMA fighter that was like that. His thing was submission. If he got you on the mat, the match was over. Dag, I forgot who it was. And he was trained by what's that family's name? There was a dude way back. Um, Hoyce, like Hoyce or Royce, something. Dang, I can't remember the name. But anyway, the dude that I'm talking about trained with them. Yeah, yes, thank you, Royce Gracie. Thank you. But not Royce Gracie. Now, Royce Gracie was ill. He did that for real, and the fighters that he trained, they became those, very close to that same type of fighting. Um, Matter of fact, you know who trained with them too? I think Shamrock. Remember Ken Shamrock? Ken Shamrock was a wrestler for a while, but Ken Shamrock was also an MMA fighter, and he trained with them. Yes, exactly, from Brazil. Bingo. Yep, Brazil jiu-jitsu. Now, them dudes, the way that they train to do submission. They not trying to fight. They not trying to do none of that. Their job is to get your ass on the ground. When they get you on the ground and they get you into one of like, they got at least 40 to 50 moves, different types of submission moves. If they catch you, it's over. And the dude I'm talking about, he used to get you down fast. He'll get you to the ground quick. So, anybody that tried to fight him, they would always try to rush him and attack, because they trying to hit him. If you miss and you go on the ground, he got you. And he just was winning his matches, just one after the other, submission. And they wouldn't last long either, because if he get you in that, it was like a move with the arm. It was like an arm. What do you call it? It's like an arm bar. It was some kind of submission move with your arm. And when he put that move on you, all you would see is this all the time. They tapping out immediately. Tapping out. And that always intrigued me, because I'm like, damn, that's a good strategy right there. Shit. You kind of avoid getting hit. Just get him to the ground. Once you got him to the ground, get him into some kind of submission. Fight is over. Yep. And back when Royce was fighting, that was when there was less, like you could fight with any style that you wanted to at that time. Like you could be a kickboxer. It'll be like a kickboxer and a boxer. Like you whatever style you wanted to fight, you could fight. So you would have like somebody doing kung fu and martial arts, and it'd be somebody else doing like, something that don't have nothing to do with martial arts. So some of the fights was crazy. Some of them was crazy. Yeah. Shamrock definitely did MMA. Yep. Andrew said Gracie won the first UFC tournament. Exactly. Right. To see which style was more superior. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah, Shamrock was skilled on the ground. Was more of a shooter at that time. Exactly. Right. And it was no weight classes. Bingo. Yep. Now that right there was dangerous. That was dangerous as hell. Cause your opponent would be somebody you'd be like, yo, what am I supposed to do with this big mother? And your mind, you like this big ass, big hungry king hippo looking dude, and he in there trying to do like he's a sumo wrestler. Matter of fact, they had a sumo wrestler. It was a dude that was a sumo wrestler, and you doing martial arts. If he grab you, it's over. All he got to do is put you in a bear hug, and it's all over. Yep. Yeah, that was interesting. And I saw some dudes, they got toe up in that, man. They got toe up, twisted. Don said he trained in Muay. That sparring with jiu-jitsu guys is grueling. I can imagine, man. I could imagine. Yeah, because when you grappling, it's close contact. So you got to use your power and your stamina at the same time. Like, so it's like whoever kind of runs out of steam first, you're gonna be the one that goes down. That shit wears you out, man. That's taxing on your body. Yeah. I know what you mean. I know exactly what Andrew was saying. He said he rented it on VHS. He took it back the next day. It was too wild for him. Right, it was scary because you was seeing dudes getting a whole block knocked off. Like dudes getting kicked in the face. I saw one dude, he was a kickboxer. He kicked this dude in his face and knocked him completely out. Like did a roundhouse kick. Boom, bow, caught him straight in the face. All this, his foot, all this just bow. I'm like, can you imagine getting hit with a kick to your face? Dead, just dead in your face. He just went straight down like this, like a tree. It was over. And I think that dude, when he got caught, his head hit the mat too. So it was like his head hit the mat and he started like having like a spasm or something crazy. Like I don't know if it was a seizure or like something was happening to him because of how he fell. He fell straight back on his head. It was crazy, man. Great. Yeah, and then right, it's like you could do anything at that time. You could do anything. Yep. Yeah, they had to change all of the rules. Because it was nothing that dudes couldn't, like, there was no restrictions. People was gouging you on your eye, like doing all type of stuff, man. It really was like survival of the fittest. Yeah, right. All of that is illegal now. Yep, but it was legit back then. That's why that was scary. That's why when that came out, I was like, damn, I don't know if they're going to be able to continue to do it like this because some of these people's getting twisted. I'm looking at this 2463. Behavior still a little funny looking. Still a little funny looking. Happened to see the 5-second knockout on the UFC from this weekend. No, I'm gonna look it up. 5-second knockout. Okay. Yeah, I don't even keep up with it now. But y'all, yeah, now y'all got to be curious. Really, that's all it took, huh? Look, all I did was type in 5 seconds. It's right at the top. He must have really got knocked out, huh? Fastest knockout in UFC history. Oh, wow. He did some kind of knee. Like he jumped up at him with a knee. Let me see what he did. Oh, come on. Where's the video at? Ben Askren.
Inside the first book. The record. 11 is just all. Weigh in at 170.
Come on, let's get to it. Shit, only 5 seconds. Come on, let's go.
Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought to you by McDonald.
Okay. Yeah. He. Yeah, that was lucky. That just was like a lucky. I'm thinking it was like a knockout, like a punch or something. He just jumped on him, and when he jumped on him, he caught him in his head. Like his knee caught him in his head or something. Like he literally just jumped up. And it almost looked like Let me look at it again.
The fight clock is crossing.
I'm trying to see what the dude was trying to do. I'm not even sure what he was trying to do. Like, what was he trying to do? Because it was like he jumped up by where his head is, and then it was like he was trying to grab him by his head as he jumped up. I can't even tell what he really did. Like, I don't even know what knocked him out. Was it the knee, or did he catch him when he tried to grab him by his head and caught him on the side of the head? I can't even tell. I can't even tell on that one. But that seemed kind of corny, though. Oh, that's a move? Oh, that's so the knee caught him. Aha. It was the knee. Okay. Paley said the other guy misinterpreted it. He said, who does that at the beginning of a fight? Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, listen, you got to be ready. Expect the unexpected, right? Shit. He got caught. He just got caught with it. He got caught with it. The way that he executed the move, though, it didn't look like he meant to do it. It looked like he was jumping up at him, but his knee caught him. His knee caught him right in his head. Yep. That's kind of ill right there. And then when you said that he had been practicing that move a lot, so I guess he was on a mission. Yeah, but that's probably, that's one of them things. I don't think he'll be able to do that again to somebody else. Because now everybody is prepared for that. They're going to do, anybody that fights him knows he's going to try that. So they're going to be prepared for it. But I know one thing. It ain't no real preparation for getting punched in your face. If somebody coming at you swinging, you better figure out how not to get hit or how to hit harder than they hitting. One or the other. AKA fight. Full 5 was jerky again. Yeah, so behavior's still looking funny a little bit. Still looking a little funny. Trying to get there though. I remember the guy's name now. Tito Ortiz. I kept trying to remember what his name was. Tito Ortiz. Yep. Tito was ill. And I think when he finally lost, he lost to there was another dude. What was his name? Chuck Liddell? I think that was his name. I think he lost to him, right? Paley said that was a 5-second slap right there. Right. 5-second knee slap to the face. Oh man. Yeah, that's like what Slav is saying. That's what I was saying when I just looked at that. It's like he could have reacted it. He could have just avoided that better than he did. It's almost like he put his head right there so he could catch him. Andrew said, like trading the skill of not getting hit like that dude. Oh snap! Paley said he looked like he had somewhere to be. He wanted to get over it. He wanted to get it over with. Crazy. Yeah, yeah. Chuck had knocked him out. Yep, surely did. He kind of beat him up a little bit. He beat him up. He caught him. Caught him. Ben was undefeated. Who's Ben? The dude that got knocked out in 5 seconds? Is that what his name was? Ben Ash something, right? Oh, okay. So, all right. So it ain't like he was no slouch. Got you. Got you. He was official tissue. If he was undefeated, he just got caught slipping. Yep, that's what that was. And that's ill to get caught by a knee though. Damn. I guess he was like, damn, I prepared for everything except that. It's like I didn't prepare for that the way I should have. He caught me. It's 2463. Okay. Time and the behavior getting better. I like how this one is ending. Mm-hmm. Time and the behavior was nice on that one. That 410, that looked good. That looked good. Okay, so the dude Ben, he said he was ragdolling guys, dragging them around the ring, huh? Olympic gold medalist. Okay. What does he focus on? Like, what's his what does he do primarily? He does like mainly boxing or like martial arts. And this guy that caught him with the knee, like, what is he about? What does he do? He is like a competitor, or he's just somebody that he got that knee in and caught him. In wrestling. Okay. All right, so he like to grapple. He probably strong as hell if that's the case. So what does he do primarily? Like he gets him to the ground and then punches him out? Or he gets him to the ground and tries to do submission? The guy with the knee was a striker. Okay, so he liked to lunge. And they intensely dislike each other. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot. He went straight at him. Like he ain't waste no time. Soon as the dude he ain't finished getting his hand down. The dude was already running. Like he was already running. Then you just see him jump up, and next thing you know, you see money go down, and money was out. He was out as soon as he hit the ground. Damn. I know he watched that back. He just be like, yo, what the hell? What was I doing? Let this dude catch me with a flying knee. Flying knee to the dome. Come on. Come on, internet. Don't start acting up, please. All right, there we go. Okay, he said into the ground and then so it's charging a little bit and should be cooling off. I was looking just now. It looked like the market was going to set up a little bit. But no. Yeah, but I forgot what that chick's name was that I'm talking about. The forgot what it was. Oh yeah, but she lost. She took a loss recently. It was like a fight they was making a big deal out of, and she got beat. Slav says, "Is this your first time on the charts today?" When I first came on live, that was when I first came on. So I've been on since. What time was that? That was like around 3. Wait, how long this thing been on for? Yeah, we've been running for 2 hours, so that was like 2:30. Yeah, so I've been on since like 2:30. Couple hours. But within the time that I've been on here for, it transitioned. It transitioned. So like where we are now, this is the closest that I've seen us thus far. Yeah, this is the closest I've seen so far. Thank you, Ronda Rousey. Yes. Oh, so she's been around for years like that? Okay. So what? So like, what happened to her after that? Did she fight again after that? And if she did, how did she do? Because you know how that goes. As soon as you stop hearing about somebody, their career done shifted. Now she's acting. Oh wow. Okay. She blew up big in around 2013. Right. Wow. So she must have been fighting for a long time. He said she sort of started falling off. I would imagine so. So she still can fight, or she still does fight. Says just didn't do as much. Okay. All right. And I don't think that's the kind of sport you can really do for a long time. Like you're gonna have to stop that. Like you can't just keep getting beat up. I think eventually you get damaged, like to your brain. That's why boxers, over time, they get a lot of brain damage, man. Like it's not even funny because that's why a lot of them end up talking slower. As they get older, they talking slower. Everything's slower. You got busting your head too many times, man. Okay, so that's her timeline. So she lost the next fight, then she quit, then she tried the WWE stuff for a year, and then she quit that. Well, what's funny is that she probably learned how to do acting from WWE. That's why she does acting now. Isn't that funny? That's hilarious. Yeah, right. Because they can use their celebrity to become an actor or an actress. Slav said she might still have it. Osmond said both losses were by devastating knockout. That don't sound like she still got it. It sounds like she's scared of that. Oh, she was in the Fast and the Furious? Oh, wow. Obviously didn't make that much of a splash, huh? They were like, nah, listen, go back to MMA. Oh, okay. The chick fighting Letty. Okay, got you. Looking to see if this 2463 is the strike that is in position if the market is going to do anything. The market is kind of sticking around in that area right now. And the overall behavior still looks good. I mean, environment. Oh, excuse me. She was in Expendables, Fast and Furious 6. Wow. Expendables, was that the movie with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Was Arnold Schwarzenegger in that too? I know Sylvester Stallone was in it. right? Okay, yeah. All right, so now I know what that is. Paley said it's hard to transition into acting and be good at it. Um, Only know a few sports stars that transitioned and did very well. Right, like The Rock. Yep, Rock is definitely one of them. Oh, he was only in it for 5 minutes? Ugh, that's whack. Like, come on, man. That's the governor. He can't get more than 5 minutes. The Terminator movies are still classic. They are still classic movies. Period. JPC, what's good, man? Yeah, right now this market just out of position right now. Just out of position. Terminator 2 all day, right? Yeah, I used to love the movies. I loved all the Terminator movies. Yo, there's a new Terminator coming. I knew I remembered that. I saw the trailer for it. There is a new Terminator coming. And it looked ill. It looked ill. JPC, first flip. Nice. Nice. How many days did it take you? And that is awesome, man. Five days. Uh-huh. I see what you're doing. Are you recording? You should record, man. You should record. Yeah, definitely one trade a day. Oh, that Terminator movie comes out in November? Damn, that's far, man. July, August, September, October. That's 4 months. Dang, man. I'm kinda amped to see it now. Yep, I know I'll probably be the only one going to the movie theater because my wife, she definitely don't want to see none of that stuff. David said, got a movie pass, saving for it, chapter 2. No doubt. I know, right? Osmond said, Mark, is there a reason why you choose to use a 1 minute chart rather than a 5 minute or 1 second chart? Um, well, the 1 minute chart is, I mean, I mainly do it out of habit, but there's really no need to go up, or if I want to go down, I just take the chart off and just look at the price. Like, even though we're using a 1 minute chart, we're not really using a 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart on the NADEX platform is more than anything just a visual, so that you can see where the market is relative to your strike price. Like, I don't use it to study the candles or anything like that. I'm not using it for that purpose. I'm actually looking at the price. So when we do like observation and we interpret in behavior and stuff like that, we can do that without a chart. Like, we don't need the actual chart up in order to do that. And that's why this skill is so powerful, because once you put yourself in position to be able to do that, there's really nothing that you can't do. Like, you don't need it. You're not restricted to a chart. You're not limited to a chart. You really don't even need a chart at all, because you're studying price behavior itself. You're looking at how the market is moving. That's how we do it. Yeah, JPC. Your first flip was 1 to 2, right? I forgot who. Wait, who was it? Wait, no, it might be JPC. I think it was JP that actually started with. So you started with 100, or you started with 250? This will actually remind me. This will let me know if it was you that mentioned something yesterday. Because I forgot. I don't even know who told me that yesterday. Somebody told me yesterday that they. Oh, somebody was telling me yesterday that they were on the third flip. So that wasn't you. That was somebody else. Okay. All right. Yeah. So JPC, that's 1 to 2 then. Right. Okay. Yeah. So this is someone else. Yesterday, somebody else was telling me that they went from 100 and they close to 800 now. So they were almost at the third flip. Matter of fact, I almost remember who it was. Dang, I forgot. I almost remember who it was. It'll come back to me. But yeah, that's awesome though. So JP, he doing it exactly how you should do it. No more than one a day. Take your time and just let them joints come. If you're gonna do it, just do it. The recording, I do encourage you to do. I encourage you to do that. Okay, so he's at 2 now, and he said he took 2 contract trade yesterday, so he's already in the second, working in the second flip. Yeah, that's very good, man. That's excellent. I understand why you're saying that. I do. Paley's talking about he ain't gonna lie, the blueprint is better than the spreadsheet project. What'll blow? See, I'm waiting for when you guys realize that they're the same thing. That's what I'm waiting for. When you realize that what you're doing is the same. All it is two different um two different formulas that you're using for the same thing. Your work is the same. Same thing that you're doing when you trade. It's not like it's different trades. Like, oh, I like blueprint trades better than the spreadsheet trades. Nah. You know what you're trained to do. It's your execution of what you're being trained to do that will give you the confidence to be able to do the blueprint. See, all of the only the thing about the blueprint that I know you guys will begin to understand is that the reason I did that is to show you what confidence looks like. I primarily did that to show you what it looks like to be confident as hell and to not be scared of the skill that you're developing. But at the same time, you have to allow yourself the time that you need to develop the skill. Does that make sense? Don't be scared of the skill, but give yourself the time that you need to develop the skill. Because if you go and you try to do something without the skill, you ain't gonna have the confidence anyway. You're gonna be scared. You see how that works? That's very, very important and very powerful. You can't do it if you're scared. You're not gonna do it if you're scared, right? And the reason that you're not scared is because you're confident in your skill. So being confident in your skill won't be the case if you don't have the skill. You got to have the skill. You understand? Like, you have to have the skill to have the confidence. They're the same thing. They're connected. You're not going to be confident in you're not going to be confident in being a retard. You see what I'm saying? Like, if your skill ain't there, you're not going to have the confidence that you need to execute the skill. So you can't have one without the other. So now, once you get to that point where you have the confidence that you need because you have the skill, now you just simply execute, rinse and repeat. Execute, rinse and repeat. You never scared. You can scale up. You're not scared. You keep scaling up. You're not scared. Flip. Not scared. Flip again. Not scared. Flip again. So you can keep flipping until you get to where you want to be and where you're comfortable as far as your contract size. And then now you shift to the income phase and you do the same thing that you was doing to get there in the growth phase. It's the same thing that you were doing to flip is going to be what turns into income in the income phase. And that's why I tell you guys to lay out your plan based on what the market gives you. Don't try to force what you want to happen on the market. It's just like saying, yo, I'm gonna take a trade every day. Well, if you're going to take a trade every day, it can't be you saying I'm gonna take a trade every day. It's going to be, I'm gonna make myself available so that when the market is in position, I'll see it and I'll take that trade every day if it's there. So it's like reformatting your language in the way that you talk, because the way that you're talking is going to transcend into your action and into your execution. So if you try to talk shit, yeah, I'm getting a trade every day, the market hears you. Market's like, you getting a what? Like, you ain't getting shit today. I dare you to try. And then if you try to force your way into the market on that day, that'll be the day that you get slapped around. And that'll be the day where you're like, oh, damn, why did I take that trade? See, you don't want to do that. So you always want to be careful the way that you say things, because the way that you say stuff, remember that the market hears you. The market hears that shit. And that's what your actions will do. Your actions will actually, because of how you talked, put you in a certain mind frame when you trade. You don't want to be in a mind frame when you trade where you feel like you're entitled to a trade. I've been talking about this as of late, like more recently now, like all the time, about this entitlement that people have. You can't have the audacity to have entitlement. Don't do that. You're not entitled to nothing. Just like we here now looking at the market. We've been watching the market now for what, over 2 hours, right? I'm still looking. I'm still watching. I'm still waiting. Am I trying to force my way into any thing that the market is doing right now? No. Why am I not doing that? Because the market is not presenting the opportunities for me. The market ain't giving me money right now. Yes, it transitioned. First, it was looking funny. It was, environment ain't look right. Behavior wasn't looking right. Started, continued to watch. Eventually, environment looked good. Behavior started to look better. Keep watching. Environment looks good. Behavior looking pretty good. Market ain't in position. Keep watching. Environment good, behavior good, market still ain't in position. Keep watching. Environment good, behavior good, market still ain't in position. Market closed. You see what I'm saying? It's up to the market to decide if you're going to get a trade or not. We don't make that decision. Mind you, we here looking at the charts at the same time. You ain't see me take a trade yet. So, like that's why I always reiterate the training aspect of it, because you want to make sure that you're always training properly and that you never talk yourself kind of like into a hole, so to speak. Like it's easy to do that. It's very easy to talk shit and then think that you're entitled to something just because in your mind you feel that the market is supposed to give you that every day. Oh, the market got to give me a trade every day. Why? Why does it have to give you a trade every day? No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, we don't do that. Like I don't train you to do that, because I don't do that. I don't never force nothing. What I'll do is I'll watch longer. I'll be on the charts for longer. Like I'm on the charts now. I've been on the charts for what? Since 2:30. So like 2.5 hours, right? When I get back in the house later, I'll come back on again around 6:45, 7. I'm putting more time on the chart. You see what I'm saying? I'll put more time on the chart, watch, see what goes on. Market might give it up, market might not. But I'm gonna make myself available with more time and observation just in case the market does give it up. If it gives it up, I'll see it because I'm here. You see? That's what you have control over. You don't have control over whether or not the market is gonna give you a trade. What the hell are y'all doing? What y'all doing, yo? Standing in the middle of the street taking pictures and shit. What are you doing? Yeah, but that's what we have control over. So we always make sure that we are in control of us. Definitely. Right. I like that. Look at what Mango said. He said, like Kobe and Michael, same routine at the free throw every time. Having a routine to set yourself up before you log on might be useful. Yep. It gets you in the right mindset. Exactly. And to me, that just simply means observation. Like I know that when I get on the chart, it's observation mode. It's not trade mode. I don't feel like the market better give me a trade. Oh, the market better give me something. I ain't get a trade in 3 days. Listen, I ain't get a trade all last week. Matter of fact, no, I did. I'm sorry. I got one trade last week. Excuse me. I got one trade last week. And that was it. So, it's like, all right, I got one and that was it. So what am I supposed to do? Because I got one now, I got to get 10 this week to make up for last week? No. And see, that's how some people set themselves up for failure. Because they'll put themselves in that type of mindset where they're like, well, damn, I ain't get no trades last week, so I got to get, at least I got to get 2 a day now. You're going to mess up your account doing that. And you're going to mess it up quickly. Cameron said he had a light bulb moment listening to training yesterday. Yes, indeed. That's how it works, man. So Slob said, make sure over time you're not Shaq at the free throw. Cameron said, we checking reasons to not trade and then consider entering the market. Exactly. Whereas the novice mind is checking reasons to enter, then just entering. Exactly. Cameron, you talking about when I was talking with who was that I was speaking to yesterday that came on? Um who was that came on that was talking? I forgot who it was. But when he came on, we were talking about that and I was explaining reverse engineering. I think it was damn, I almost remember. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The guy that the second guy that came on. Because I think two people came on yesterday. It was the second one. But we were talking about the reverse engineering process. Instead of you trying to figure out how to get a trade, you have to put whatever you're doing to the test and try to find out why it would not work. You need to find out in what situation it won't work. You already know that it works. Keep doing it until it don't work. Like, you got to do it until you lose. If you can't prove it wrong, meaning that if you can't do it and it loses, then that's what it is. That's, you found it. If you find out what it is that would cause that to lose, you got to reverse engineer that process now and figure out how to avoid that specific thing that caused it to lose that time. What was it about that moment or that particular time when you took that trade that led to it losing? You got to figure that out. So your process has to do it in reverse. You don't go trying to figure out how to win. You go in with the mindset where you're trying to figure out how not to lose. You want to make sure that you're avoiding the losing scenarios all the time. And when you do it that way, you flip the whole thing around. Now you on the right side of things because now you're doing it in a way where it's engineered to avoid instead of being engineered to attack. You're on the defense. You're not on the offense. That's why we sit back in observation mode all day. We're not in trade mode. You don't have to be. You remain in observation mode until the trade comes. The trade literally will come to you. Slav said, as far as liquidity, do you think it's a good idea for 2 weeks you don't get a single trade, but then you got for a 3K max profit trade so you can make up for the days? No. Nope. Oh, Mango, that was you that I was talking to yesterday? That was you yesterday on training? Hold on, let me see if that was him. Okay, I'm trying to remember your name. Not it was it Dave? No, it's not David. Dag, why I can't remember your name, man? Jeff, thank you. Jesus. Thank you. I hate when I don't be remembering stuff. That gets on my nerves. But thank you. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we was talking about on training. Exactly. Exactly. Slav, he said, I know you need like over 6K in your account and that you be risking, but since there's actually no risk with the process, it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can do it however you want to. You can do it however you want to do it. One of the reasons that I don't continue to go up is because this thing's getting cold. One of the reasons I don't continue to flip up is because when it gets above a certain number, it doesn't become, it becomes like, to everyone that's watching, like, oh, I can't do that. And that's what I don't want. Like that's why I keep it like contained within a level that you believe that you can actually get to. There's a cutoff switch in the average person's brain, regardless of how many times I talk to you or what I say. In your own brain, there's a switch that cuts off when you see certain numbers. When a number gets too big, you detach yourself from the process that can bring you to that number. In your mind, you like, damn, I don't know if I could do that. Like there's people that saying that now. There's people that say that at the $1,000 level. There's a disconnect. For whatever reason, when they see 1,000, they see 4 digits in the account. In their mind, it's a switch that goes off, and they start to do stuff that doesn't make sense now. It's like their execution is not the same now, and it's like, what happened? Nothing happened, other than the switch in your own brain. There's no difference between 100 to 200, and 1,600 to 3,200, and 32 to 64, 64 to 12,008. There's no difference. It's all the same. But in your mind, you make up a disconnect when you get above a certain number. I know for most people, that number is like in the 1,000, in the 4-digit range. Like 3,000 is already for people like, damn, man, you risking 3,000 on every trade? That's insane. It's like, no, it's not really. It's the same $100 I started with. There's nothing insane about it. The execution process is the same. I'm going to do the same thing I was doing when I was trading $100. I'm going to do the same thing now. If I was to scale up to the next one and went from 3 to 6, I would do the same thing at 6. But for you, in your mind, when you see 6, you're like, oh my gosh. Oh, man, he's the greatest. So it's like now you detach yourself from me, and I don't want that. And I know that that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like, even with what I do in my regular size account, I don't even talk about the contract size. Like, sometimes I might show, how big a trade was. I do that every now and then just to show you that it's real. But you disconnect yourself. It's just like if I showed you what a normal contract size trade for me would be, you would just be bugging out. You'd be like, yo, what? Like 85, 90 contracts? Like, what? You can't even fathom trading that much money, because in your mind, you're risking that much. Oh man, that's 9,000. And you immediately disconnect yourself from it. You see what I'm saying? So smaller, more achievable numbers in your own head gives you something to strive for. So now when you get there, then you can work on breaking down your fear of numbers. And then when you decide to, you can elevate and go up. You see what I'm saying? But get to that first. Get to 3K first. Do 5 flips first. You do 5 flips first, you take 100 to 3,000. Do that first. So now once you get there, now you can stop worrying about the numbers and about the risk, quote unquote, and you actually begin to navigate your way through yourself so that you can work through your own personal fears and things that you're afraid of when it comes to seeing bigger numbers. Because that's all it is. It's just bigger numbers that scare you. So you telling me you scared to lose 8,000, 3,000, but you're not scared to lose 100? Why? Because 8,000 is a bigger number? Well, what if you started at 100? You started at 100. You took that to 3,000. You still scared to lose the 3,000? The 3,000 represents the 100 that you started with. What'd you do to get from 1 to 3? Whatever you did to get from 1 to 3, keep doing that. Let your execution continue to be consistent. That's what we train for. The skill. The skill is what keeps you from being scared. That's how we do it, man. That's why we train the way that we do. You learn how to play chess. It's chess because you have to deal with yourself in the process. It's not checkers. Checkers is real simple shit. Chess is strategic. You gotta outsmart yourself. You got fears inside of you, stuff that you scared of, things you scared to do because you afraid of big numbers. You know, things that you scared to do because you afraid of losing. It's like, stop being scared of losing, have more confidence in your skill, but you got to get the skill first. How do you get the skill? You got to develop your patience first. You have to develop your discipline first. As those two things begin to manifest and you begin to build on them, then now you have what is required of you in order for you to do this over the long term, for it to be a long-term business for you. Like, trading can become a business for you, but your execution has to be the same from the very beginning. So when you start at the small level, you got to continuously work to maintain the same mindset that you had when it was small. So now when it becomes big, there's no difference in your mindset. It's the same. So the numbers don't mean anything to you. Like, big numbers don't mean anything to you. You know that it's about execution. You know what I'm saying? JP said, if you wouldn't have started with only 100, I probably would still be doing the Forex thing. Right. I see it possible with a small amount. Exactly. See, that's how you know I study humans, because I know that that's how people think. I know that that's how people think. One of the reasons people don't trade 5-minute binaries is because they scared in their mind to lose fast. They think that the 5-minute binary means that they're going to lose their money faster. And look at how through the training and, you know, the blueprint project and all of these videos and all of this content that I put out, look at how it's changing people's perception of what the 5-minute binaries even are. You see what I'm saying? Like, you begin to realize, oh, it ain't even what I thought it was. Not at all. Not at all. It's really just a tool. It's a tool that you use to capitalize on your understanding of the actual market. And that's what you're going to learn when you train with TeamAlliance. You're going to learn how to actually understand the market for the first time. And then you'll be able to turn that information into a trading business. That's what this is going to become for you. Your business. Then it just elevates and continues to go on from there. So, I mean, it's remarkable stuff. It really is. It's incredible. Like, it's incredible stuff, man. But let me get up out of here, man. Been on here damn near 3 hours. Damn. The time just flies, man. See, and it's so funny because when you do what you enjoy doing, the time goes by. It just flies right by, man. I know people just be like, damn, how you just sit there and watch the charts for 3 hours? Well, we wasn't just watching the charts. We was talking about wrestling, talking about all type of shit, and having fun in the process. You see what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good. Osmond said Mark is like the guy on the game show Pressure Luck from back in the day who cracked the code to win on every spin. Unstoppable. Yes. No doubt. All right, y'all. So I'll check y'all out on training. Everybody else, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all be safe. Deuces.